Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do beer stuff here. You can already see it on camera. It's not supposed to be on camera yet. I don't like to do that. I like to go like this when I talk about the beers and point at you. It's not bad for the world. It's their Cold Horns. Yeah, Cold Horns, which is a Cosbeck. Okay, just making these names up now for hops. Cosbeck, Simcoe, and Centennial hopped cold double IPA coming at 7.5%. As they want to do in the back, they give you tasting notes. Oh, this is actually a collab. I didn't realize that until I flipped it around with Cohesion Brewing Company. The tasting notes is sweet orange, ripe berry, juicy lemon. Okay. Jetsa on the case. He gets it. Jetsa gets it. He gets it. Okay. Man, I always just... Cold IPA, man. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Clear Dark IPA. Who would have thunk it in 2024? Like I said, label-wise, Jess is the man. Pretty much the best in the biz. And beer-wise, even that looks darker than what you typically expect from cold IPA. That, man, that looks like old-school triple West Coast IPA. That's how it looks as far as coloration goes. It almost comes off like what you'd expect, like, Dogfish 120 to kind of come off, or old school, even 90 Minute kind of gets close to this. It's probably closer than that than 120, but you know what I mean. Off-white head, just south of khaki, and just clarity, man. Look at that sucker. Like, it looks like there's a little bit of debris in there, and they're not. That's a cascading carbonation on this. It is just, good God. Good golly, Miss Molly, we are clear. Clear. It's Canoes. We have a date in the can of 3/13/24. It says R.I.P. Toriana, whoever's Toriana is. I'm sorry. So we're talking about almost a month old. Okay. The Hot Butcher sent me a bunch of beers. I think this is my 4th or 5th review. First one that's dated, so hopefully their date canner broke. Because if you go to no dates, that would be a bad move. I'm going to tell you right now, really not much there in the nose. I mean, aromatically, it's very just a soft sweetness. A very soft sweetness, and really the slightest echo of maybe citrus. I'm really, really, really trying to pull something out of this sucker. But, really, there's not much here as far as aromatics go. Not a great sign. It might follow through in a taste, but with how dark this is... Could there be an oxidative thing going on? I'm not getting anything in the nose telling me that, but, you know, this is so dark. I wonder if it suffered from a bit of negative oxygen. So we're just going to dive in, see what goes. Cheers, y'all. Yeah. I think that's the case. It's hard to tell with cold IPAs because they can be quite different. They can just be IPLs to a certain extent, but they can vary quite a bit. It has a bittering to it, and then there's a bittering, there's a little bit of tannin like, and there's like, I get that berry lemon thing they're talking about in there, but nothing here is too vibrant. There's a dryness to it. Again, you're talking about cold brew, or cold lager, or cold IPA. Excuse me. They can finish a bit dry. They tend to be something that, since you're going for something clear, since you're not using like all the kind of weird hazy things going on here, they tend to be clear. They tend to attenuate a little bit better, so they tend to finish a bit drier. But I feel like there is a bit of oxidation going on here because with it being almost 100% devoid of aromatics for this guy, and then having a taste that's fine, but not really jumping out at you in any particular direction other than the things that an oxidative state typically leaves behind, which is bittering, tannics, a dryness oxidation usually kind of tempers down a bit of the sweetness, ends up being a little bit more dry, and mouthfeel. Not that I expected a lush mouthfeel off of this, but mouthfeel is another thing that tends to go from oxidation, and while this isn't going to be ultra thin or anything like that, it doesn't have any kind of notable kind of mouthfeel to it. That being said, really not much as far as negativity for the beer. Like, if you label this a 7% New World British IPA, ESB, something along those lines. Like kind of spun it in a direction that was like, a hoppy English IPA. Blah, blah. I could see it. But a cold IPA from Hop Butcher, knowing what they do, not that they're very kind of pigeonholed with what they do, but they're very expressive with a lot of their flavors. I'm not really getting that here. So I think it's a combination of style and then a little bit of negative oxygen. This one. There you go. That's all I got. I don't even know is it fair to even bet one of the best cold IPAs? No. Value availability. Y'all tell me, and leave you with, if you like what you like this. If you like old school English style IPA and you want something a little bit of new school pizzazz to it, you'll dig this. But that's even unfair to say because I don't think this beer is what the beer was when it was canned or what it was on draft at the brewery. That's my guess. Can go on Untappd and look at color and things like that and get a fair assessment of that, maybe a little bit better. But yeah, that's that. There you go. We're reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hop Butcher. Have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? That's a very, very important question because I want to know. Put it down there. I know some other beer tubers got boxes from them, so I'll definitely keep an eye out for this. So I'm curious to see what your real world engagement was with this beer. And if it was like this for you, something completely different again. That's dark for me. Anyway, there you go. We're reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a beery beer right now. I don't know what else to say. Review's over. Check you next time. I don't even know what to say. What do I say at the end? See y'all later. Bye. Cheers. Whatever. See ya.